Looking down into the pit was a monster in human form. A large man clad in blood-red armor, and with a look of disgust like a scar across his face. His hatred almost palpable as he looked at the humans below. 88 miserable men and women clad in ripped rags, cuts, and bruises. The survivors of the village the Bloodbound had attacked on its way to a much worthier prize. "You wretches," he started, in a tone that conveyed his feelings of contempt. "When we came upon you, you reveled in your weakness, singing songs and quietly living in your little corner of the realm. I do not know how you escaped the notice of Khorne's wrath for so long, but that has been corrected. Our warriors slaughtering most of you and coating your pathetic homes in your kin's blood, cleansing it of its weakest elements and leaving only you, potential recruits to our glorious cause. Although I see you as unworthy, it is now my duty to explain the army you may become a part of, if you survive the trials ahead. Lord of Khorne, I earned this position through bodies of challengers like you. If you wish to take it, come and try. The greatest of Khorne's mortal champions are the Lords of Khorne. It is they who command the forces of the Bloodbound, leading them from one glorious slaughter to another. The Lords of Khorne can come from any walk of life, for Khorne cares not for your status, but your strength of arms. Some were warrior kings who led their nations to slay others. Others were barbarian warlords wishing for nothing but to lead his or her horde to wreak devastation. All have committed atrocities and wiped out civilizations in torrents of blood and shattering bones. All have proven themselves worthy. In honor of this, Khorne has given them various gifts. One is the Fleshhound, a loyal companion from Khorne's realm who will share in the Lord of Khorne's slaughter, its blood-dark claws eviscerating his or her enemies. Another notable gift is the Axe of Khorne. They come with various abilities depending on the temperament of the demon bound within. The Axe of my lord, for example, splits reality in twain. With the right type of blow, it can open a portal that pulls an unfortunate foe into the realm of chaos, to be ripped apart by the demons that live there. If you are lucky, you may serve some of the most famous and powerful of the lords. Valkia the Bloody, whose spear can strike the enemy's heart from on high. Scar Bloodwrath, whose slaughter storms cease countless lives. And Lord Kull, who was one of the first to fight against the Stormcast Eternals during the Realm Gate Wars. But the Lords of Khorne do not rule alone. Around him at all times are advisors and rivals both, always numbering a total of 8. These various individuals combined are known as the Gore Chosen. Bloodstoker. Move faster, you pathetic whelps, unless you want me to give Khorne the blood in your hides. Most of the warriors of Khorne wield a weapon. The Bloodstokers wield the Horde. With their torture blade and blood whip, they bring the armies of Khorne into a fury, using pain and rage to make the warriors ahead of them even more eager to get close to the enemy, if only to get away from the Bloodstoker whipping their back. Slaughter Priest. Oh, Khorne is merciful today. So many before me to slaughter in his name. The Slaughter Priests are the preachers of the Blood God. Unlike your village priests who wasted their time praying for salvation as we took their heads, ours joined us in battle. Wielding either a blood-bathed axe or a hack blade and a wrath hammer, they call for the blessings of Khorne using the vitae of our enemies. Blessings that can boil the blood of our enemies, or cause them to feel the same holy battle lust that touches every one of us. The Slaughter Priests also have the power to halt the spells of enemy mages, for there are few things Khorne hates more than sorcery. Skull Grinder. There is no better way to cool a blade than soaking it in the blood of your enemies. An army cannot slay well without the proper weapons and armor to do so. The Skull Grinders fill the purpose of armorer and weaponsmith, forging arms and armor so our armies can more quickly slay our enemies. So important is this purpose that these blacksmiths are high in Khorne's favor. In battle, the Skull Grinders wield the very brazen anvils upon which they forge, blessing the capabilities of those around them with the foe's sacrificed blood. Bloodsecrator. I care not for power or glory. All that matters to me is giving Khorne what he is owed. The Bloodsecrators care not for the power struggles of the Gore Chosen. They only live to slay in the name of Khorne. Besides their encircled axe, They carry an icon of Khorne seething with Khornate energy. When they choose, they can unleash this energy to open a portal between this realm and the realm of Khorne, exposing the battlefield to the powerful energies of our patron. Not only does it fill our forces with a holy rage that increases our fury on the battlefield, but it weakens the magic of disgusting mages. Aspiring Deathbringer.
I am almost ready. I can taste it. All I need is a few more skulls like yours.
Seeking a place of leadership, the aspiring Deathbringers seek to prove themselves worthy, calling out Khorne's name as they wield blood axes, wrath hammers, gore axes, and skull hammers to rip apart their enemies. They especially love chasing down enemy heroes or hunting down cowardly wretches like you. Exalted Deathbringer.
The Lord is dead. I claim his power. Any who think themselves worthier, please come forward so I can claim your head.
If an aspiring Deathbringer proves his or herself worthy, they become exalted Deathbringers. Unlike the others, there can only be one exalted Deathbringer within a gore chosen, for it is their mission to take the place of the Lord of Khorne if he or she falls. An act they will most likely succeed in as they rip apart those who try to take the title. Until then, they focus on destroying the enemies of Khorne. They may choose to wield a ruinous or bloodbite axe, trusting the rune-marked shields to protect them from disgusting spells, and aim to cleave the skulls of their foes. Or they may wield impaling spears, which, as the name suggests, allows for rather brutal impalement. I could continue, but I don't feel like wasting words on the soon-to-be dead. Now you all have a decision to make. You are all survivors. Men and women we sense had the potential to revel in holy slaughter. It is now time to test it. There are 88 of you alive within this pit. By the count of 100, I expect 8. If this isn't done, I will jump down and take you all apart one limb at a time. Choose. Fight for your life, or face my axe. At first, there was silence within the pit. Neighbors, friends, family, staring at each other in horror at what was being asked of them. Until the warrior above started counting. On number 1, a few of the former villagers started grabbing nearby rocks. On number 3, the begging began as former partners and allies tried to persuade their kin to lay down their weapons. And by number 5, the blood began to flow as the former innocents began the road to become killers. Looking down, Draculaus, blood stoker of the Red Tides warband, smiled. He felt in his Khorne-blessed bones that this group definitely had potential. Hey guys, this is Arvandus, and I hope you enjoyed this video about the leaders of the Bloodbound, the types of monsters necessary to control this tide of murderers. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and comment, and even press that little bell next to the subscribe button so you know whenever I post a video. If you really like it, please consider giving to my Patreon, or if you want to give a one-time donation, please consider giving to my Ko-fi account. Link for both down below. Anyway, thanks for listening, and see you next time.